think I got my swagger back.
You know, I know, the chopper's still ready. Yeah.
This video was sponsored by MMOCS, by cheap NBA 2KMT at MMOCS.com. Use my promo code PACG and you can get a 5% discount. What's up, Pack Nation? It is Pack here. Today I'm just doing a discussion video about NBA 2K19. Before this video starts, be an OG, join the Pack Nation, and subscribe. Let's get this video started. Today's discussion video is about the most broken mechanic in NBA 2K19 right now. And no, it's not. You mean the actual game? No. It's about shoving in NBA 2K19. It is easily the worst thing that has happened right now in this game. There's a lot of things going on with the game that's not great, but something that's been problematic and affecting the game so negatively that nobody wants to play it because it makes the game not fun at all is shoving. Now, before this video starts, let me explain that all the footage you're seeing right now is in the NBA 2K subreddit on Reddit. So that's where you can find all the footage, and this is all the things that have happened after the patch that supposedly fixed the shove. So what I'm talking about is in patch 1.08 or patch 8, they described that they had fixed shoving in park and also triple threat. And something I wanted to point out about the footage that you're seeing right now, and something that's important to notice, is that for the most part, a lot of people that are doing these shoves are at the end of a game for like a game-winning point. So they're relying on queso, straight queso, to win themselves some games. That's lame. So what shoving is essentially is that usually centers do this or big men do this. Instead of setting a screen on a defender, you straight up shove the player. Yes, that's, you know, if you know anything about basketball, right, that's a foul. So you could argue, well, this is a video game and it's for fun, it's park, it's all arcadey. That's fine when it comes to like doing ridiculous dunks or insane three-point shots and crazy passes, but when you're straight up breaking the rules of basketball, it's not fun, especially when it brings such a negative impact into the game. So 2K finally recognized this because we also complain like crazy about it. We're like, hey, fix this really bad problem with your game and we'll be happy. So they say they update it in patch 1.08, but they get tricky on us, okay? Because what they say? That they fixed shoving, but specifically heavy shoving. Now, this is where it gets a little technical, and this is probably why they haven't really fixed it in the game. As I said, they said that they fixed shoving, and yet all the footage you're seeing right now is after the update. But here you clearly see in all these videos, players are getting shoved. So what does this mean? Is that yes, they fixed heavy shoving, but light shoving is still in the game. This is the exact same thing. So if an offensive player is pushing the defender of one of your teammates to make sure that your teammate can get an open three, for example, that is cheating. Yes, some animations are much harder than others, but even if you're doing a light shove, this game is made to do quick threes. It's been designed so you can shoot easy, quick threes. So if a defender is shoved for even half a second, that's enough time for your player to get a shot off and get a green light, honestly, because people are so good at this game at this point. And that destroys the game. All you have to do every single time is shove a player and you have an easy three or easy basket every single time. Defense is almost impossible to play in this game. You need to understand, if you're like, I don't think that's big of a problem. It may not be a problem for you because maybe it's working for you and you don't see a problem, but for most players, this is almost impossible to play this game enjoyable at all. So this has been complained again, and yes, 2K says that we are officially working on it. Mike Wang, Twitter, says that we are officially working on it again, but it hasn't been updated yet, and it's been 2 months and it's still in the game. So this is what I believe is, there's a couple options going on. First is that they believe maybe that the mechanic in the game has been already set in stone. They're like, why are we going to change a mechanic that's already in the game? People are used to this. Why are we going to change that? It's bad for the game. But this mechanic is bad in the first place. It shouldn't have existed in the first place. It is an illegal move. Imagine if you could start traveling in park. Like, let's say you could start doing 5 steps instead of 2. Or let's say that you can start playing with like 2 extra basketballs and you started breaking the rules of the game. It would be a waste of time. It'd be stupid. Or you could start dribbling out of bounds and it wouldn't be out of bounds. That would be dumb. Exactly. That's why you shouldn't be able to shove players in park. This isn't NBA Jam. It's NBA 2K19, right? So they say they're fixing it, but it hasn't been fixed yet. And I don't like the argument of, well, it's already in the game and that's how the game is played. Deal with it. The other argument is that it's hard to change now. I mean, this has been coded into the game and we're already, what, like 7 months in? You can't just change the game all of a sudden or redo it. That's not how that works. And I actually agree, to be completely honest, I'm not a game developer. I have no idea how to code video games at all. So to just be like, well, it should be easy to just code a couple things and remove it from the game, I don't know if it's that easy or not. However, they've already shown that they can code heavy shoving out of the game. If that's the case, then why can't you code shoving straight up out of the game, right? It should be as easy as that. If you've already done it once, you can be able to completely remove it, theoretically, right? But they're not removing it. This is destroying the game. There's so many people, I even noticed it day one when I was playing and I was shoved and the person I was guarding hit a 3 on me. I realized in that moment, if this continues, this is gonna suck. We're 7 months in and they haven't fixed it. Isn't that insane? Like a game that has a problem, a major problem, and yet it hasn't been fixed. I can name you any video game right now. A real popular game right now is Apex Legends, right? Let's say all of a sudden that game, you could, I don't know, cheat the game somehow. Let's say there was a gun that you always had on you at all times that could one-shot anybody in any moment. That would be stupid. That would destroy the game because all the time you're thinking, it doesn't matter, as long as I have this gun, I can win. In 2K, as long as I can shove someone instead of setting a screen, I can win. It's the equivalent. It is game-breaking mechanics that shouldn't exist. This is stuff that's been happening in 2K almost forever, but the fact that they haven't fixed it, I know that they've given an attempt, and that's honestly more than they usually do. They actually tried to fix it, but this is straight up something that's not working, and that's why I'm making this video, to complain one more time to 2K and say, hey, please remove this from the game because it is not enjoyable at all. And it'd be really, really bad if they brought it back for NBA 2K20. We really, really, really don't want that to happen. So hopefully they get at least a whiff of this video, or even someone mentions it to them, or that they already know and they're already fixing it. For all I know, this video comes out and the next day they fixed pushing or shoving and it's done, right? That's what we hope for. That's what we cross the fingers. We hope that the developers listen to the fans and actually fix the game when we want them to, because there's still things that shouldn't exist in this game. One thing, the Lakers shouldn't be a tier 1 team in Play Now Online when they're clearly not good enough. I know you could just be like, well, just don't pick them. But if you're a Lakers fan, that's all you use, then you're going to want to pick them, and they shouldn't be tier 1. I shouldn't have to play the Warriors whenever I'm using the Lakers. It's stupid. Hopefully they listen to us fans. I don't even know how else you could quote unquote nerf it or change it. It really just shouldn't exist. Maybe if you, the only time I guess it makes sense is if you had like takeover, lockdown defense, maybe, but even that doesn't make sense. There's some kind of takeover. Like, that's the point of takeover, right? To have special abilities. Being able to hit greens much easier when you're a 3-point shooter with takeover, or being able to just do crazy windmill dunks on anybody when you are a dunker with takeover. So it would make sense if you were maybe a defender or a big man who could just shove people as your takeover. Then I'd be like, you know what? Okay, it's a special ability. It still really shouldn't exist. Or maybe like instead of shoving your defender, you just have like a crazy screen, like a brick wall screen. That makes more sense. That's part of the game. But to straight up shove your defender, it just doesn't add up. It's not good for the game. It's not good for the fans. I believe that 2K still has the ability to be like just a really, really fun game, but it's these little things that just make it frustrating to play sometimes, especially in Park. That's definitely a mechanic I think that needs to be like straight up removed from the game. One more thing to add at the end of this, and it's kind of maybe gonna crush your dreams. We're getting to that time of the year where 2K stops touching NBA 2K19 and will start completely focusing on the 2K20 campaign. We're already about to hit the last roster update of the year. Like, we're literally right there. Like, the next roster update is the last one. That means the next update might be the last update of NBA 2K19, so just be wary of that. Like, we're getting to that point where this game isn't going to be touched anymore. So definitely worrisome things. Hopefully their last update, they finally fixed that pretty big problem that they should have fixed forever ago, but we shall see if 2K takes the initiative and gets that done. That's it for this video, you guys. Do you agree with me or disagree? Leave it in the comments below, and if you like my channel, give it a sub, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to be a part of the Pack Nation and get yourself some Pack merch at Zwello.com. We got t-shirts, hoodies, anything you want, I got it right there for you. Check it out at Zwello.com.
I think I got my swagger back.
You know, I know, the chopper's still ready. Yeah.